Hi, I'm Luke Payson for MMA Fancast here with Ethan, the Wolverine Goss, the former and first and only double champ for 247 Fighting Championship. That is not why he's on the show today. You're actually on the show to talk about making the step from 247 Fighting Championship to fighting for PFL in about 2 weeks. August 21st on their main event finals card down in Florida. There's 2 title fights that night, and you are the last fight that night that will not be for the title. How did this whole fight come together? You making the jump? How are you feeling about competing for PFL?
Oh man, it's a blessing. Dream come true. We were actually in talks with CFFC about fighting in Atlantic City on August 30th, and right when we was just about to say yes to that, my agent Rich Chow called with the PFL opportunity, and of course we had to take that one. And luckily, Justin Patton ended up getting the fight that we were going to take for CFFC.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's just a blessing, really. It's all the hard work and all the time that we put into it's paid off to the point now where we're finally getting a shot. So we're going to be on the spotlight, main stage, main card. Definitely looking forward to it.
And we've talked many, many times. I think you are the person that's been on the MMA Fancast show the most. It's either you or Justin, but I think you have the edge. And so I've talked to you for years about the development. As far as being a full, well-rounded MMA fighter, we've seen you compete for multiple belts for 247. How do you think the whole development, amateur, pro, you have a lot of fights, and also being like the marquee guy, you and Kama and Justin, for so many years for 247, how do you think the whole trajectory has built you up to the point where you are now?
Oh man, just, like I said, I did my push-ups time in, and it's kind of cool because not only am I leveling up, Justin's leveling up, 247 itself is leveling up. It's tonight's the grand opening of the new venue here, where the fights are going to be held from now on. They're in their own place, and the fact that we all leveled up the same. Kama already went to the UFC, and now I'm heading to PFL. This is just, it's awesome. You know what I mean? It's everything that we worked for between all of us, as fighters and the promotion here. So,
and like I had mentioned, you being the only simultaneous double champ that 247 has had, you're very recognizable. You and Kama being the first person to go to a main event or main organization after 247. And like you said, congratulations to Ryan Middleton, the owner, and Hunter Hamastak for the GM for this being tonight when we're recording this is the grand opening of the venue, the Sunny Days arena at the venue. And what do you think? You're going to be calling the action tonight, and I've shared a lot of booth time with you. What do you think about the development of 247 as a promotion?
Oh, it's amazing, man. Most promotions you've seen only make it at the most 5 years, and they fizzle out. And these guys just keep growing and growing and growing and getting better and better. And like you said, I'm on the broadcast table tonight calling the fights. There's a lot of fights I'm looking forward to. Obviously, the main event, the UFC rematch with Kama Worthy and Luis Pena. The co-main event, Moose is back, and he's got some of the fastest hands in the business, and completely looking forward to watching that. I was able to get some training in with Moose this camp. Him and I kind of helped each other out. He was ideal for me, and I was ideal for him, for the opponents that we're facing. So looking forward to the night for sure.
Well, and you were just talking about your training camp. How is that going? I was talking about you looking cut and bigger than maybe usual. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at them biceps.
Oh, baby. So how's the training camp going? How are you feeling as we look towards August 21st?
Absolutely amazing, man. This has been one of the best training camps I've had in my whole career. A lot of people stepped up. The typical, my main guys at the gym. I've been training the last couple of weeks with Hoot Lee and Taylor Cahill. Moose, Justin Patton has made the trip down to train with us a couple times. Caden Cassidy's come in. I sparred with him last night, did a lot of wrestling stuff. His younger brother, Cross, who's a 3-time state champion from Virginia.
Nationally ranked all the time.
And, it's just been a blessing. It was 100 times better training camp than the last training camp, that's for sure.
Well, it's a great shout out to all those fighters. Most of those fighters are connected either to your gym,
Yeah.
Gorilla House, or to 247 promotion. A lot of
Yeah.
those guys, I know you cross train a lot, and it's. I think you've spent many years driving into Pittsburgh. It's kind of nice to hear some of them drove out to the Gorilla House gym.
I drove in early this morning to do the podcast with Ish, do the Relentless podcast with Ish, and we did that earlier this morning, and then stayed here for the fights. But the fact that Justin made the trip down, actually Justin and Chris Williams and Carly Olivia come down this past Monday to train with us and stuff, and man, it's been awesome. Like I said, I just thankful. This time I didn't really have to travel as much, because people kind of come to us this time, which is different. First time that's happened. So
it is nice, and I'm glad you're able to balance all those things. You have a lovely wife and a precious infant daughter at home. And how's it making that transition to being a family guy while you're still pursuing the top level PFL?
Oh man, it's hard. God bless my wife. She's picking up all the slack at home that I'm leaving. I'm not there very much, with work, and as soon as I'm done working, I'm heading to the gym, and I'm not home until 9 o'clock at night. So she's doing 99% of the work with the baby. God love her for that, love her to death. But I love that little girl more than anything in the world. And I know she's got her eyes watching every step that her daddy makes. So someday she's gonna get to flip on the TV and see her daddy.
Oh, that's going to be beautiful. Let's talk about the fight itself. Your opponent, what do you know about him, and kind of what are your predictions for August 21st? I know I'll be watching. Huge eyes. I don't think we can stress enough. I'd say at this point, PFL is probably the second largest in the world behind UFC. I mean, this is everything you've been working a decade and more for. So talk about the fight itself, your opponent, and your prediction.
Yeah, so I'm facing Alexia Pogrande, young kid, 24 years old, 6-0, undefeated. Very, very talented kid, raw talent. Kind of has like the same come up that like Lucas Siebert has had, what I mean? He's had a couple good matchups and got a couple good fights. He's a very good striker, decent wrestler out of Tennessee. Kids all around solid, but he never ran into an Appalachian Mountain boy like me. And like I said, I've been in that fire too many times. I fought everybody from 5'5" to 6'3" in the division, so I feel like there's nothing that I haven't seen yet. I feel like Florida's going to get a surprise when we show up.
Well, it'll be not only surprise to Florida, but to the world when you talk about the PFL reach. It's just incredible to see at that point. I watched you fight Chris Rollins, who was a very tall opponent. You submitted him in the first round. And so, like you said, you fought such a wide range. Can't wait to see you. And it's also great to know that you can go up against that young kid with all the hype behind him, 6-0. And it's the classic cliche, but I like it. I'll say it. You don't have to say it. That you're going to take his O away. Like, that is impressive. When you start looking at records, that matters. Yeah. So I can't wait to see you do that. Just incredible. Thanks so much for talking to me. It's always wonderful. All the connection we have over the years, but to be able to see you get to PFL level. So everyone be watching the PFL finals, which will be August 21st down in Florida, but they'll be broadcast everywhere. And our
ESPN Plus.
There you go. I knew it was
main card starts at 9. Your boy's the second fight on the main card.
Second fight on the main card, and then right after him, it's the title fight. So thanks so much for coming on. This is Luke Basin from MMA Fancast with the one, the only, Ethan, the Wolverine Goss.